The troubled state of the Republican Party was painfully exposed after Mitt Romney lost by a much bigger margin than many people expected to President Obama last November, leaving many wondering how the party can possibly pick up the pieces in time for 2014 and beyond. The fiscal cliff standoff showed no indication that the party is trying to rebuild and work as one cohesive party. This internal division ignites one key issue about the party's future success. The Republicans have a primary problem, encouraging overly conservative and unelectable candidates to run. There are a lot of folks out there that blame the Tea Party for dividing the GOP as it exists today. What do you say to people that make that argument?
I'd say in 2010, because of the Tea Party, the GOP had its best year in half a century. So the fact that we got creamed in 2012, well, we didn't run a Tea Party Republican. We ran the antithesis of a Tea Party Republican. That's not to say that the Tea Party's perfect, but I think what it has done for conservatives has been extremely helpful. It's gotten a lot of people involved in politics again. It's brought a lot of energy to the party. It's actually given Republicans something to stand for. In fact, I think most of our problems as a party have come from not sticking with our principles, from moving away from them, and just trying to become everything to everybody.
A lot of the remedies that we're talking about are sort of procedural remedies, or, the Republican Party needs to focus more on minority outreach, or they need to data mine better, or they need to have better technologies. Those are fine, but I think a lot of the problems that I hear when I talk to some more moderate-minded Republicans is that it's a policy issue as well. We referenced, 1980s Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan actually had a fairly progressive stance on immigration reform, for instance, when you look at it in the context of what we're talking about today. I think the Republican Party would be well suited to go back to that. It's not, it's a totally different type of Republican than we're seeing today.
I think the most important thing for us to remember going into this next cycle is it's not okay going forward the same way we are. We're too hidebound as a party. We have the same guys running the show since 2006, Boehner and McConnell. Both of them have had 3 out of 4 bad election cycles. We stuck with them. Reince Priebus had a terrible cycle as RNC chairman. We stuck with him. We put the same failed leaders up there every time, and we're surprised when nobody trusts them. We stick with the same policies, and we're surprised they don't work. Doing the same thing over and over again is the definition of insanity. The party has got to start making some changes. We can't keep doing the same thing, or we're going to keep losing.
And that's the problem right there, calling Boehner and McConnell failed leaders when they're far from it. They did some, I think I'd recommend Ross Douthat's column in the New York Times highlighting what Speaker Boehner has been able to do. The fact that Speaker Boehner and Mitch McConnell have been able to secure permanently the Bush tax cuts for the vast majority of Americans, it's a huge victory.